Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the newest episode of Music Theory FAQS. Thank you for joining me. So what we're going to be doing today is taking a look at the sharps and the flats in relation to scales and chords. The biggest question is, what is the deal? What's the deal with one note having two names? I'm referring to the sharp and the flat. For example, C sharp and D flat are the same exact note. It's one sound, but two names. Today we're going to conquer that, all right? First, we're going to talk about the chromatic scale. Now we're going to put this up on screen. I want you to notice that the chromatic scale in ascending order uses the spelling known as the sharp for all of the quote-unquote black keys, okay? And then descending, we're going to use the opposite of the sharp, which is called the flat, okay? Now, as I just stated about 30 seconds ago, C sharp and D flat are the same exact note, all right? So the big question here, the big confusion for a lot of people is, why two names for one sound? Why, okay? So today we're going to get to the bottom of this in very quick and orderly fashion. All right, so now that we've got the chromatic scale out of the way, you have your ascending sharps and your descending flats. Let's take a look at the major scale. Okay, now the major scale is called the major scale because it's the major scale. It is the king of all scales. It is the foundation for all Western theoretical harmony and everything to do with how we analyze and compose music, okay? So if you take a look at the major scale, you'll notice that there are seven different notes plus the octave, okay? Now there are 12 notes in music. Each one of those notes is the first note of its own major scale. So there are 12 major scales. Now, the reason, we're just going to get right to this, okay? The reason that you have notes with one sound that have two names, two spellings, two different ways of being communicated is because of one simple fact, one simple frequently asked question fact, okay? And that is that in a major scale, every single letter in the musical alphabet must be used at least once, okay? So you're not gonna do, so all right, let's look at the key of C, for example. Key of C has no sharps or flats, very simple. But what it does have is all the letters in the musical alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all right? If you take a look at the G scale, G, A, B, D, E, F sharp, G, I want you to notice that we're not calling that F sharp a G flat, even though technically the key that makes the sound of F sharp is the same key that makes the same sound as G flat. But the reason we call it F sharp is because if we doubled up on the G and had a G flat to a G, we wouldn't be representing the F from the musical alphabet within the major scale, okay? That is it. We'll give you one more example, all right? Let's look at the key of F, all right? F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, all right? Now the B flat is the enharmonic, and that's the word I should have used earlier, the enharmonic spelling of A sharp, all right? So what that means is the key that makes the A sharp sound is the same exact key that makes the B flat sound. And again, the reason we don't call it A sharp in the key of F is because there's already an A, okay? You don't want two A's and no B's. You need to represent every single letter in that major scale, all right? So I hope this clears the air for a lot of people on the sharps and flats, the keys of deception, and I hope you learned something. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.